There's something wrong with you if you don't think that's one of the greatest songs of all time. So 2 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to attend the March for Life here in Washington State. The March for Life is an annual pro-life rally that's held in Washington, D.C., as well as probably other places in the United States, to show support for pro-life issues, mainly abortion. Now, this was the first time I've ever attended the March for Life, even though I've known about it for years and had opportunities to go to it when I was in grade and high school. But I never did go because, my parents thought that if I missed one day of school, then I would mess up my entire future. Guess what, Mom and Dad? Did that anyway. So when I was given the opportunity to attend the March for Life on January 20th this year, I thought, yeah, why not? It might be an interesting experience. So we left Bellingham around 6 a.m., got back around 5 p.m., and overall, I have to say, it was interesting. I wouldn't say it was good or that it was bad, but the March for Life this year as a whole was interesting. For this video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the March for Life, the good things and the bad things that I saw there. Let me make this clear, even though I'm critiquing the March for Life, I am pro-life. I do not support abortion, but you know what? You'll find out. Here, let's get started. The first thing that I thought was wrong about the March for Life was that, well, it wasn't that much of a march. The whole thing was 7 minutes total. It was a 7-minute march. Jimmy Kimmel had a really good joke when he was speaking at the Washington Correspondents' Dinner a couple of years ago when he was commenting on the Occupy Wall Street movement. He said, because our country is getting so much fatter, the way that we've protested has changed. We used to march. Now we occupy. I'm not saying that the reason that the march was short was because people are fat. It's just a joke. But seriously, if we want to show how important this issue is to us, maybe we should walk a little bit more. Maybe we should walk like 1 or 2 or 500 miles. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. But seriously, it's an awesome song. The next thing that bugged me about the March for Life was the lineup of speakers that they had. After we completed the march, they had a group of speakers get up and talk in front of the entire crowd who was standing on the steps of the state capitol. And they had a very impressive lineup. It was a legislator, another legislator, oh, and to throw a surprise into the mix, a Democratic legislator. Look, I'm not a very political person, but when I was listening to these legislators talk, it really just sounded like a lot of pandering. They were saying a lot of the same things over and over and over again. I wish they had brought on someone else, someone in any other field that could tell us more about this issue. That actually leads me to my third point, that the March for Life really lacked scientific evidence. I mean, even one guy, he was definitely Christian, but he was a legislator who got up to speak, and he was really good at getting the crowd pumped up, and he was chanting things, and they were chanting them back. And at one point, he was like, "Do we believe that life really began with a big bang?" And everyone in the crowd was like, "No!" And I was like, "We do. We actually believe that. We've talked about it several times." Like I said, morally, I'm opposed to abortion. But it would have been nice during this march to get some scientific reasoning for why abortion is bad. Maybe they could have had a doctor come up and speak, or a psychiatrist, someone who could give us some facts, some statistics, some studies, showing us why we should oppose abortion. Okay, I've bashed the March for Life enough. Let's talk about the good things that I saw there. One of the best things about the March for Life is that it's increasing in numbers, not only here in Washington State, but also in Washington, D.C. The numbers of people who choose to be part of a pro-life generation are increasing, which is wonderful. I don't know how much it will increase by next year or in the next couple years, but I really think that if we keep working on it, we might be able to make some progress. What kind of progress that will be, I don't know. But it's good to know that people are supporting this issue. And I know I was bashing a lot of the politicians, saying that they were only pandering to the audience, but some of them did have really great stories about why they're pro-life or why they want to stop abortion. they did a great job in letting the crowd know that what they were doing was important and that they would fight for them in the legislative arena. The thing that I love the most about the March for Life is that it's still going on. The March for Life has been going on since 1973, and like I said earlier, it's gaining numbers. More and more people are choosing to support this issue. And I don't know how long we're going to have to keep going on with the March for Life. The main coordinator for March for Life was giving her opening thoughts, and she said, "I don't want to be here next year." And I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're going to be there next year, and you're probably going to be there for a couple more years. But who knows? If people are still willing to come out to support this issue, and more people are willing to stand up for what they believe in, then maybe someday we won't have to march anymore. I don't know. That's a possibility. What was your experience with the March for Life? Leave a comment below, and be sure to like and subscribe.